In this video, I will be showing you how to do sample number 12, which they are called box pleats. So let's go ahead and get started. So first you'll get a template like this, and you'll just need to cut off the edge until you have something like this. And you need to indicate that the grain is going this direction, width, not length, and just use these straight lines as a parallel guide for drawing your grain line. And go ahead and get your fabric prepped. Find the warp direction of the grain on your fabric and place your template on there. Okay, so similar to last time, you need to mark all of the lines and then go ahead and draw them with your ruler. So again, you can do it with pencil, you can get the red tracing paper, you can put it face down on the fabric, in between the fabric and the paper, and use that tracing wheel to add some red marks on there. You know, whatever suits you. So go ahead and draw all your lines and cut out your fabric. Okay, so once you've cut it out and drawn all the lines, then we're going to do the prep work for ironing. So you're going to skip the first box, and these next two, you're going to form a fold, a little mountain. And you can just start by doing this with your fingers. And then after you make a little mountain, you're going to skip a box, and then these next two become another little mountain. And then you can just kind of fold it with your fingers, trying to get the pencil line to be you know, on the fold edge as much as possible. So again, skip this box, then we have our next little mountain to make here. Skip a box, and last mountain. So you should end up with 4 mountains. Okay, so it should look something like this. And basically, you're going to now iron these mountains. So I just took this mountain peak and folded it down into that empty space that we skipped. And then I'm just going to take this next mountain, do the same thing. So it's actually going to end up looking like box pleats for just a minute. Or excuse me, knife pleats. I meant that we're doing box pleats right now. Okay. Alright, so that's just going to help with sewing, because now with these 4 mountains you have, you're going to sew down these mountains together, all a similar length, but not all the way down. So let's go to the table and talk about that. Okay, so I mean, ultimately we want the box pleats to look like this. They look like boxes. If you want to see a bigger example, this one right here. So it forms these boxes. And this is what I mean by we're going to sew down to a certain point. So the boxes don't open up all the way. So to do that, you're going to get a ruler and a pencil, and you're just going to mark 2.5 inches down Okay, and that's where I'm gonna sew that mountain peak. And you could also mark this even before you start folding, which might actually be a little more helpful because then you can guarantee you're going to get the line in the same place. So I might just do that and just make sure that it's accurate. And then after I get kind of 3 markings, I can kind of just the point is we want them to all end in the same place. Okay, so again, my 4 peaks. So now the point is you want to only sew down to that line, and you're going to close up these 4 peaks. So I'm probably just going to do it like 1 peak at a time. So there's 1. And yeah, it might be too hard to pin them all at once, so I recommend that you maybe just pin and sew one. Then after you're done, then you just pin this one and sew down, so on and so forth. And then I'll show you what to do next after you finish that. Alright, so I only sewed 2 of them just because you'll still get the point. So now once we're at this part, we need to flatten out this box. So it's pretty much just a matter of ironing it flat and open. So it's pretty much just something like this. You'll take it over there to the iron and iron it open like this. And the bottom keeps wanting to come undone. So I might just kind of stick a pin just so it stops opening when I'm trying to get this box to be even. And the fold line should just be right there in the middle. So that should make it kind of fairly easy. Yeah, you will iron it like this. And then same thing with the next one. I'm just going to pin it so it cooperates. And then it's just a matter of opening this box up. Making sure the line is in the middle. And voila! Then you will have these box pleats, which they will be more flat once you iron them like this. And that is how you do them.